In the early days, I remember speaking to Tom Epting, Bill Coffey, John Roselle, the Sabotas, and the Hedigers about their interactions with different Catholic bookstores, so whether that was in Kalamazoo or Washington, D.C., and they all shared a passion for bringing that experience to Greenville, South Carolina.
So my first recollections of the idea of the VCIC or Christ on Main probably goes back a handful of years prior to 2019, and it would be sitting outside of Methodical Coffee with what is now my neighbor, TJ Nielsen, and Father Christopher Smith, and we were just talking about how the Catholic Church can have a presence on Main Street.
To the best of my recollection, this all started when Tom Epting and John Roselle were walking down Main Street here and came upon a Christian Science reading room. And one of them turned to the other and said, "Wouldn't it be nice to have a Catholic presence right here in Main Street?"
It would probably be at a meeting I attended where Father Newman was speaking and talking about the duty and the opportunities for lay people to do evangelization. So I wondered whether we could do a center like that in Greenville, centered around Main Street, and how we would finance it. So kind of back of the envelope calculation of if we could get 100 people to give $100 a month, that would be $10,000 a month, which would be a good start to an operating budget.
So our two biggest challenges in the early days were, first, how do you convince people to support you financially when you have nothing but an idea? And then the second challenge was finding an affordable location on Main Street in Greenville where we can set up our store.
It probably took over 2 years to find this location. I led the real estate committee, and we identified more than 35 possible locations in that time frame and visited more than 15, ended up putting offers to lease on more than 4, and finally we were accepted by this landlord, and it was like it was meant to be from the beginning.
So early on in this journey, after talking to a few people and seeing if there was interest, I do remember John Roselle and I coming into this building one evening, and he had gotten a key from the landlord, and we came through that door right there, and we're looking at this as a potential space. At that time it was empty, used to be a dark corner distillery, but we thought, gee, this would be an ideal place right here on Main Street in the middle of the business district.
With a very generous gift from Lindburn, this gave us credibility that allowed us very early on to have enough funds to fund the first stage of the project.
When we finally found this location, we had several sessions with the architects and were able to discuss and give them what we wanted out of the space. We needed a very high-functioning, multi-purpose space that had an inviting and welcoming bookstore experience, but quickly transitioned into the engagement center.
Our mission from the beginning at Christ on Main has been to be a welcoming and inviting place for everyone. And to do that, we simply have to proclaim the fullness of truth, beauty, and goodness that we have in the Catholic faith.
What I see, and I think it's pretty much the vision that many of us have, is to have a beautiful example of Catholicity right in the middle of our city that can be a magnet to people who want to encounter Christ.
A local priest advised us at the very beginning that our primary mission should be not to convert Protestants to Catholics, but to proclaim the gospel of Jesus Christ to everyone who enters these doors.
I hope that for anyone walking through these doors, that Christ on Main offers a place where they can encounter Jesus Christ, specifically where they can experience beauty. I think beauty is something the Catholic Church has done very well, has promoted very well through place, throughout history of the Church. And if people come in here and can experience that, hopefully this is just the first stop, and quickly they go to one of our parishes in the upstate.
We will have challenges going forward. Obviously, we have a very expensive place right here on Main Street, so we have to continue to be able to fund this. We want to have enough volunteers coming forward and remaining with us. I think probably the biggest challenge will be just to continue to make more and more people aware in the upstate of Christ on Main, where we are and what our mission is. I still believe that so many people in the parishes don't even know about us yet, but the more we can spread the good word, I believe that we will continue to honor what Tom saw initially in Washington was a wonderful oasis, a welcoming place that will be here for everybody now and well into the future.